Welcome to the Portal Podcast on Intune by Britt, your gateway to energy, abundance, and next level freedom. I'm Britt, and here we merge spiritual alignment with practical systems so you can expand your impact, your intuition, and your income. So take a deep breath, tune in, and let's step through the portal together. Welcome back to the Portal Podcast and this 5-day Future You series challenge. I'm really looking forward to diving into the content of day 4 today because it's probably some of the things that I love talking about most. So yesterday we really dove into how the future version of you expresses. And now we're going to talk about how that expression can turn into more income, more friends, more aligned experiences for yourself, and really to create more of a freedom-based life. Because let's be honest, if you are spending 8 hours of your day working and doing something that you don't love, you're not going to be able to fully be free, fully be alive. And we want more and more resources for more light workers so that we can be fully resourced. We can really be using our resources for good and continuing to feel our best and spread that energy to more and more people. And that's how I see that we can elevate the globe, why my company was called that before, and really how we can become in tune with ourselves and help more and more people become in tune with them as well. So we're really looking at taking the expression and taking this vision of yourself and who you are and this creation that you want to channel through you and putting it into something tangible so that we are able to give and receive in a way that feels really, really good for you. So the last thing that I want for myself or anybody else is to feel burnt out, to feel exhausted or not lit up by what you're doing. And really, I think a lot of the mental health issues that we have and that so many people are experiencing is because we're not in alignment with our purpose, with our mission, what we came here to do. And that can trickle out into, having a job that you hate, not making the money that you want to make, or not feeling your best, mentally feeling depressed or disconnected. And so I'm going to dive today into more tangible, more kind of specific, practical steps that I use and that I teach my clients to use so that you can actually bring all of this goodness inside of you and your mission and your purpose into your reality. And for those of you light workers who already have businesses and already are doing this in small or big ways, this is also for you too. It's really what I believe can help you to get to the next level every step of the way. I really see this as the infinity symbol. And that's how I see so much of my work, whether it be the energy work side of it or really the business, spiritual business side of it with my aligned marketing method. But it's really the infinity symbol, whereas there are no depths or heights in which you are not able to go. And so no matter where you're at right now, we really want to look at, okay, what is the version of you in 1 year, in 3 years, in 5 years? What is that version of you going to be? And we want to start to step into the next version of you, really looking at this year and what we're creating now. And as we're moving forward, what does that version of you want to share and create and receive? So this is where we're going to speed up your manifestations. And it's what I call the Intune Marketing Pathway. Okay. So I'm going to break it down for you, but it has 3 phases. Number 1, regulate. Number 2, align. And number 3, share. All right. And I'm going to walk you through each one. So number 1 is regulate. We have to be regulated to create in alignment what it is that we want. Your nervous system has to be safe and feel safe to be seen, heard, to invite, to lead, to share, to express, to connect, and to hold space for other people in the way that the future version of yourself wants to. So regulation is number 1. And if you have not gone through my Rise Up expansion method, this is key. And this is going to be the thing that helps you the most to regulate your system. Okay. So you want to clear out the subconscious, align your chakras, and really have a regulated nervous system. So to quickly check in on how regulated you are and just where you're at, I want you to close your eyes, place both hands on your heart, maybe one hand on your belly, take a breath, and I want you to breathe, and I want you to feel into where in your body feels a little tension, a little unrest around being seen, holding space, being more visible, reaching that next income goal that your future you is calling in? Are there any areas of tightness or tension? And it's really not about fixing it or looking forward yet. It's just about acknowledging and having the awareness and feeling. And you can send a little bit of love into that space for right now. But this is something that you can continue to work deeper with and really alchemize this energy, balance this energy, and transform it so that you can be regulated and feel really, really safe stepping into that future you version. So now that you've listened and you have that awareness without judgment as much as possible, we're going to move into step 2, which is align. So yesterday we really looked at what is your divine mode of expression, what feels most natural. And that doesn't mean that that can't evolve, but the future you, the next version of yourself, has this divine expression that is really feeling aligned for you. So we're going to take that and we're going to really build on that alignment to get a little bit more clear on, okay, what does this alignment look like for you as you're creating content, as you're creating your offer, as you're maybe shifting or tweaking the way in which you share your content or express your offer. Because for me, especially with my business, with my offers and my services, if I'm wanting to get to the next level, it's really looking at, okay, this is what I'm doing right now. This is what's working. And looking at the numbers with the divine masculine energy and seeing, okay, hey, I want to increase my conversion percentage here, or I want to bring more people in here to this first page, or, I want more people to whatever, do A, B, and C, whatever the call to action is. And then it's about looking and going in and, does this page sharing my offer really align right now with the future version of me's expression? Does it align with the future version that is hitting that next goal? And okay, if not, how can I look and tweak it and make some changes, right? Oftentimes we feel like with the alignment part that we have to do something totally different or change our whole lives or create something totally new. But what I find is a lot of the times it's about just looking and seeing, okay, this is a little bit out of alignment. This is a little bit out of alignment, and really just tweak it to feel better and better to then allow it to grow and grow and grow. So you already clarified the transformation that you can help people with that you've experienced, how it unfolds and really who you're helping, that future version that you're helping, and how you want to naturally express. So now we're going to really go into your message pillars. Okay. So with the alignment, you want everything that you're expressing to come from this deep place of alignment of what you care about most, what you want to focus on, what wants to channel through you right now. And so for this, I want to help you get clear on your messaging pillars. Okay. So the messaging pillars, they're not just like random topics. And I'm going to just help you to write this down. And this will also be on your sheets, your future you sheets that will get sent out today. So it's really not just these random topics. Okay. It's not like sharing everything you think about or sharing in this random way. It's the main stages of your transformation, and it's allowing yourself to help people move through each one and using your real life, your stories, what you're experiencing to do that. And so with the stages that you mapped out yesterday of that transformation, now I want you to choose 3 or 4 pillars that align with those. Okay. So your messaging pillars will be connected to those spaces of your transformation. Okay. So you're going to feel into like, these are the 3 or 4 things, typically like 2 to 4, I would say max 5 are the pillars and the different content areas and messaging areas that you want to talk about that can then connect back to the transformation and connect back to your service, products, or offers. Okay. So you're going to get that down. So like for me, my content pillars are spiritual business, which has, different things underneath that I share, manifestation, alignment, messaging, content, things I'm talking about right now. Then I have my energetics and my ancient Kundalini tools, which are really a lot of the regulate piece that I mentioned in my first step of this method. So how to regulate the tools that I use, the specific breath work and practices and modalities and how, I use them and how other people can use them. My third one is motherhood and life and my experiences as a mom, as a business owner, living, through my divorce, through what I've been experiencing as a mom and what that looks like in my everyday life. And I can connect motherhood and being a spiritual entrepreneur into my transformation pathway. And then next for me, it's rituals. So like morning and evening rituals, rituals as a spiritual CEO, rituals that I use for my kids to be able to thrive as an entrepreneur. So it's like rituals and products that I use and things that I love that come into my day to allow me to thrive, right? So you can see how those 4 pillars can connect back to my client transformation pathway. And so for me, when I'm planning my content on social media, what I want to talk about on the podcast, it's going to fall into those 4 categories. And it really makes it easy to plan, know what I want to talk about, and execute from that point. So for you, I want you to really look into what are the things that, I want to share about that align back to my transformation. And I'm going to give you a ChatGPT prompt to help you. And feel free to ask me questions in our group and we'll make sure that you're clear and feel really good about your pillars so that you can start creating in this more organized, conscious, aligned way. And so really the idea is if somebody listened to your content talking about these 4 pillars for 30 days, they would know who you are, how you can help them, and what your offer is, okay? Because the future version of you isn't just creating to create to sound interesting or, to get followers for no reason. The future version of you is creating in a way that actually helps people experience a massive transformation and actually brings you tons of abundance. Like we are going for, excuse my French, cover the baby's ears, fuck you money. Like we are going for next level freedom, okay? And to get there, we're going to give people an experience, okay? Because the experience and the transformation that you've gotten is the one that you can help people most with. It's your most valuable contribution right now, okay? And then from there, whether you already have an offer or you're creating one, the offer is going to take people into a more in-depth experience of what you describe in your transformation pathway, in those phases that you take people through, okay? And so coming up with an offer is key if you don't already have one, or shifting your offer to make sure that it is taking people through this client transformation pathway, okay? So I want you to write down what your offer or your emerging offer is, how it helps people and what it helps people to do, what it's delivered through, and then you're going to link your offer to your process, okay? So this is how you're going to describe your work. This is how you're going to describe your value. This is how people are going to understand how they can work with you and what exactly it will look like. And I teach a lot more about this in my mastermind, and we can go a lot deeper into this to really allow you to understand, okay, what's working right now? Where is the future really of online courses, online offers, services? Where is it going? And how can you easily set this up to bring you in your aligned clients every day and bring in more and more abundance, more and more money, really so that you can continue to share and grow. So this brings me to the next phase of my 3-step Intune Marketing Pathway, and this one is share. Okay. So after you have your offer and you have this set up in alignment and you're coming from this regulated place, then you're just going to share the shit out of it. But you're going to share it in a way that feels really good. And that's different for everyone. I just saw a girl on Substack who only shares in writing now. She only shares in writing, and everything she writes is literally like a sales page, a sales letter to bring people into her high ticket product or, into her other offerings that she has. And she actually only coaches in writing too. She's not doing Zooms anymore. She's just only doing a group where she writes stuff out because her best form of expression is writing. And I think that's amazing. It's beautiful. So you want to just look at, what does this mean for you? So this is what I call devotional visibility, where you're going to start to share more. You're going to share with conviction, with confidence. You're going to share knowing that the more that you share, the more that you help people, the more that you're of service, the more abundant that you will be. All right. So get over on the chat. I'm going to have more prompts for you to get clearer on this. And we're going to continue tomorrow to allow you to really feel like you can share and get this out into the world in the best way that works for you. And I'm going to also have you write down in the prompts, what your desired income is. I'm going to help you get clear on your pricing and how many people you want coming into your world so that you can really ground this and see it very clearly. And then you'll be able to really be excited about sharing every day and not think of it as something negative or something like you're like selling something to people that they don't want, but know that you are sharing something that the people that you're talking to deeply need and are so, so, so grateful for you for sharing it because it's helping them in so many ways. All right. So tomorrow, the last day of this challenge is really about stabilizing this future you identity into a manifested form. So make sure to come back tomorrow. And I cannot wait for you to take some time going through the prompts today. You can get them below and we'll be sending them out. And to really get excited about tomorrow, come back tomorrow and we're going to ground it all together. I'll see you then. And again, thank you so much for being here and being a part of this series and this challenge. And I'm sending so much love to your future you. Satnam. Thank you for stepping through the portal with me today. If you loved this episode, I would so appreciate you leaving a review and email it to podcast@intunebybritt.com to grab my free spiritual CEO guide, ChatGPT prompts for content and daily schedules and checklists, and my morning ritual checklist to help you to stay aligned and in flow. Come back for the next episode and let's keep rising, expanding, and flowing together through the portal. Satnam, lots of love.